When we think about dinosaurs, we imagine giants, massive Tyrannosaurus rex teeth, towering Brachiosaurus necks, horned defenders like Triceratops. But size isn't the same as intelligence. For decades, paleontologists believed dinosaurs were slow, cold-blooded, and not particularly smart. That idea has completely changed. One small predator in particular started raising eyebrows. Troodon, about the size of a large dog, lightweight, fast, covered in feathers. But what made it truly different was its brain. When scientists measure intelligence in extinct animals, they often look at something called the encephalization quotient, basically brain size compared to body size. And Troodon's score, shockingly high. In fact, proportionally, it had one of the largest brains of any known non-avian dinosaur. Large eye sockets suggest excellent vision, possibly even night vision. Its long legs suggest agility. Its grasping hands suggest coordination. This wasn't just another reptile. This was a hunter that could think. Some scientists began to ask a dangerous question. If the extinction event never happened, could this species have continued evolving intelligence? Could dinosaurs have developed problem-solving skills, tool use, even culture? Because evolution doesn't plan, it experiments. And 66 million years ago, one of those experiments might have been heading somewhere extraordinary. But then something interrupted the process, and the experiment ended. Or did it? In the 1980s, a paleontologist named Dale Russell did something unusual. He imagined, using Troodon's skeletal structure as a base, Russell created a speculative model of what it might look like if it continued evolving intelligence for millions of years. He called it the Dinosauroid. It stood upright, had large forward-facing eyes, a bigger brain case, three-fingered hands capable of grasping objects. It looked disturbingly humanoid. Now, to be clear, this was not a real fossil discovery. It was a thought experiment, but it sparked a fascinating debate. If mammals could evolve from small shrew-like creatures into humans, why couldn't a highly intelligent theropod dinosaur continue the same trajectory? Troodon already had binocular vision, dexterous forelimbs, high brain-to-body ratio, active, fast metabolism. These are traits associated with intelligence. And here, something even more interesting. Birds today. The direct descendants of theropod dinosaurs show remarkable intelligence. Crows use tools. Ravens solve puzzles. Parrots understand complex patterns. If modern birds can do that, what were their dinosaur ancestors capable of becoming? The extinction event may not have just killed animals. It may have erased an entire possible future, a future where Earth wasn't ruled by mammals, but by something else. Something scaled, something feathered, something watching the stars, long before we ever could. But what if that's all wrong? Let's look at the counter-argument. Intelligence isn't some guaranteed final destination for evolution. Just because a species is smart does not mean it's on a path to building cities and launching rockets. Think about it. For over 160 million years, dinosaurs were the undisputed rulers of Earth. If being super intelligent was such a massive evolutionary advantage, why didn't it happen with them or with any other species during that immense stretch of time? The answer is all about survival strategy. Dinosaurs didn't need to be geniuses. They were already perfectly optimized for their world. They had huge, powerful bodies, crushing jaws, and they were masters of reproduction. They dominated every ecological niche. Evolution doesn't just hand out intelligence for fun. It only pushes a species in that direction when it becomes absolutely necessary for survival. For our own ancestors, the early mammals, being small and constantly on the menu, forced them to adapt. They needed social bonds, better memory, and the ability to learn quickly just to stay alive. That pressure is what creates complexity. Sure, a dinosaur like Troodon might have been clever compared to a Stegosaurus, but would its environment ever have demanded more? Would it have needed to invent tools or develop complex language to hunt or avoid being hunted? We'll never know. And then, everything changed in a single catastrophic day. The asteroid. The Chicxulub impactor didn't care about who was smart or who was strong. It was a planetary reset button. It wiped out the dominant and the fragile alike. The biggest losers were the large-bodied animals, the very dinosaurs that had ruled for so long. Who survived? The small, the adaptable, the ones who could hide in burrows and eat whatever they could find. The early mammals. In the end, it wasn't intelligence that won the day. It was luck. A single random event that permanently slammed the door on the age of dinosaurs and threw open a new one. It redirected the entire course of evolution, not towards scaled bipedal thinkers, but towards primates, towards tool users, towards us. Thanks for watching. Imagine Earth without the asteroid. Dinosaurs continue evolving. Continents shift. Climates change. Species compete. Would Troodon's lineage have expanded? Would natural selection favor larger brains over millions of years? Could a feathered, upright, three-fingered species have eventually mastered fire, built structures, developed language, or is humanoid evolution just a mammal-specific pathway? Some scientists argue Russellois Dinosauroid looked too human, that evolution does not inte naturally for our shape. Others argue intelligence can emerge in many forms. Octopuses today are incredibly intelligent, yet completely alien in body structure. Perhaps an intelligent dinosaur wouldn't look human at all. Perhaps it would communicate through color shifts, or low-frequency sounds, or movements we can't even imagine. One thing is certain. Earth has produced intelligence at least once, which means the ingredients were always here. The asteroid didn't just end dinosaurs. It ended a possibility. And every time we look at fossils, we're not just studying what was. We're studying what almost became. In another timeline, somewhere in the vast universe, maybe scaled hands built telescopes, and maybe they're looking back at us as the strange alternate outcome.